I will be live in New York at the City Winery doing an on-stage live performance. You guys, please show up. The tickets are on sale now. Check the link in the description box and in the comments below.
And look, those body shots right there. That's Samiotis' kryptonite, I believe.
Yeah, he's shrinking, and now Boots teeing up for the left uppercut.
Boots.
No.
Mikey.
Is that from Tank?
Mikey.
Mikey.
Oh, that's a chicken McNugget. This one is a curly fry.
All right, let's talk. Let's talk. First of all, I'm back. Shout out to all of you from the War Room who I met at the Comic-Con. I was at the Comic-Con with my family. A lot of you from the War Room was there. Everyone from security was part of War Room. Traffic controllers said, come on, hurry everybody up, park the damn car. You guys, a few of you guys knew who I was, and a lot of people just visiting the Comic-Con and customers and all you guys walking around with your family say, yo, it's ShowBizz. One guy I met named Elvis. Shout out to you. You said that you been a show business partner since the fireplace, since day one. So shout out to you. I had an excellent time at the con, and I brought back some stuff. You know, it's funny. My kids were saying, of course, the War Room would be at the Comic-Con, right? We're different. Okay, so first, I want to show you guys this. Ms. Biz got this for me. It's these two dolls, Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier from 1992. It's fresh. Their robes are real and everything. So Ms. Biz got this for me. I got a lot of stuff. We spent a dizzying amount of money at the Comic-Con. But I wanted to show you this because I just thought it was great that Ms. Biz got me this. And this will be standing up somewhere. You'll see it, or somewhere in my office or something. But I got these comics. I bought them all, okay? And it's from a black artist. And it's called Space Negro. The Last Negro. All right, I'm serious, no cap. You can see he autographed all of them for me, right? He autographed the whole run for me. I even got the variant cover, and he autographed that, and I sent that out to get certified and graded and all that stuff, and they'll be sending that back in a month. But the subtitle is, "And a Ninja Still Can't Catch a Break." Let me tell you something, man. I read the first book. And it's just hysterical, all right? It is hysterical. Okay, so he's the last black man in the universe. But the universe chose him to save her, okay? And his powers, he's so powerful that he just whooping ops like. But the thing is, he has other type of issues, like internal issues. Like, he's extremely successful, but he still wants to keep it real. You're right, he got like real weird black man battles that is hilarious in this book. I'm relating to it. I can't wait to complete the run. So shout out to Jared Sams, the creator of this book, dude. You're hilarious. I'm still giving away though 2 autographed George Foreman boxing gloves. Love you, boy. Make sure you guys are subscribers to the channel to be one of 2 to win an autographed boxing glove. I'm giving these both away to 2 lucky subscribers, sponsored by my bookie. My bookie that I wanna try. Now, let's talk. Okay, so listen, man, we have to start with this. Gervonta Tank Davis. This video has surfaced where the mitts guy is practically saying that, you know, doing the mitts with Tank Davis over the years got his hands looking like this shit.
Mikey.
Is that from Tank?
Mikey.
Mikey.
Oh, that's a chicken McNugget. This one is a curly fry.
Cap Cap, Cap. I'm calling Cap. Captain America, Leonardo DiCaprio, salary cap, baseball cap, cap gun, cap. I'm sorry. Listen, dude, I have nothing against Ellie Setback, nothing against Gervonta Tank Davis or Team Tank, but that must be Cap. I'm looking at those hands, okay? That's not from Gervonta. That's from Gout. That's not from Tank. That's from tendonitis. That's not from Abdul Wahid. That is from arthritis. There is no way in hell your hands look like the spider aliens that come out the spores that jump on your face and impregnate your stomach. There's no way your hands look like that shit from holding the mitts against Tank. If it's not Cap, I apologize. Now, Errol the Truth Spence, Bob Santos, trainer of Mario Barrios. Love you, boy. Bob Santos, that's my brother. I love Bob Santos. Great guy. But he's saying the rumor now is that Errol Spence may just be coming back to take on Mario Barrios for his 147-pound title. Cap! I'm calling Cap, Colin Kaepernick, Sir Cap-a-Lot, Captain Crunch. Cap, bro. I'm calling Cap on that too, bro. Not Cap against Bob Santos. I think Bob Santos is a genuine person. I think that is something that he heard is on the table, but I'm calling Cap that it can materialize. It's rumors right now, but I'm calling Cap on it because when Errol Spence lost to Terrence Bud Crawford 2 years ago, he was weight drained at 147, and he said immediately, I am not going back to 147. I will be at 154. So for 2 years to pass of him not being ever getting in fighting shape over these last 2 years, he may have gotten in shape, but he hasn't gotten in fighting shape because he hasn't had a fight. So for him to not have a fight for 2 years, say he's moving to 154 2 years ago, looked like shit against Terrence Bud Crawford, but come back to 147 to fight Mario Barrios, I am calling Cap on that. It may end up being true, but as of right now, I just don't believe it. All right, now let's talk about the fights. Boots Ennis versus Stanionis. First of all, shout out to Raymond Ford for doing his damn thing. I saw that the crowd was booing when Raymond Ford was getting busy. All he does is fight, whip ass. Even if he lose, he whipping ass. It's always a tough fight. So shout out to Raymond Ford for doing his thing. Boots Ennis. Here's my take on Boots. Boots whipped Stanionis' ass. Okay, that's the Black Two Sugars. And for me, that's his most notable victory. Okay, that's his most notable win. He became Unified and Ring Magazine champion, which means he's the lineal champion, which means he is the champion at 147. I know there are different belts, right? And, you know, he's not undisputed, but if you follow lineal, all right, and that's what the ring belt represents, the lineal champion, that fighter is the champion at 147. If you guys want to know who's the champion, it's always the lineal champion. So if you want to know who's the champ at welterweight, it's not just because he's unified, it's really because he's the lineal champion. So shout out to Boots Ennis for becoming the champion. This is most notable win, and he stops Stanionis. Stanionis retires in the corner. Here's how I feel about the fight, okay? First of all, Boots looked amazing. Fantastic. He had good hand speed, good accuracy, fast feet, very strong punches. But the biggest thing that jumped out to me is his chin. All right. Well, honestly, the biggest thing was probably his endurance because he was looking weight drained. It looked like he shouldn't be at 147 anymore. Right. And when he ducked Ortiz at 154, I'm like, brother, how are you going to fight at 147? Well, he showed up and showed out. So he shut everybody up. He made 147 easily, and he looked good in the ring, okay? But I knew the fight was over in the second round. When I saw this...
Which is taller, 6 inch reach advantage. Nice left from Stanionis. And then a right.
Bruh, it was like Boots was the juggernaut. Ping, ping! Listen, Boots in this fight, it would be Stanionis who would be considered the grinder, the slugger. And Boots walked through him, absorbing his shots like he was the juggernaut, like he was Thanos. And my thing, the problem with that is he's also the slick fighter, the fast fighter with fast feet. All right, and he's the puncher. Right, so here, this is what I'm saying. Okay, that matchup was diabolical, is what I'm really saying. He got hit with some clean shots, and he might as well been kissed. That's how much those punches didn't matter to Boots. The guy is just too big at 147. It is what it is. He's athletic, gifted, tall, rangy, fast, punch hard, and just too big, pause, at welterweight. It's going to be very difficult. Brian Norman Jr. has the power to hurt him, but don't forget, Boots, he also has the foot speed, hand speed, range. So if he doesn't want to get hit that much, he can reach into his bag and pull out elusiveness. Okay, so it's making him a hard out at 147. And I'm not sure what to say about that. It's kind of like how jaw-dropping Roy Jones Jr. was at 154, right? Just how ridiculous Sugar Ray Robinson was at welterweight. It's like, okay, bruh, he is literally untouchable, right? Walking through, Sugar Ray Robinson was fast, punch hard, tall. What was he, 5'11", fast feet, can dance, but it didn't matter because he'll walk through you. You can hit him with a 5 to 15 punch combination and Sugar Ray Robinson, bam, 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 and just knock your ass out. So that's what it's looking like, all right? Boots, we're not going to really see the best from Boots until he has to worry about the punches that he's taking, okay? And that's going to be north of 147. He actually looks like a middleweight. He's definitely a middleweight. So shout out to Boots for looking amazing. But at the same time, you know, he's just too big. Pause. He's just too big for 147. And now that he's lineal and unified, he might as well continue on. The one thing Bob Santos said to Seconds Out in that quote, he said we need to see how Stanionis and Boots plan is going to pan out. And he's talking about for his fighter, Mario Barrios, who is a champion. So, yeah, you know, Brian Norman, Barrios, they're next on the chopping block for Boots. Boots is looking to be undisputed before he moves up. And, you know, you can't really fault the man for that. If you can become undisputed and make history in the 4-belt era, you know, I hear you. If that's what you want to do, by all means, okay? But out of everyone, and Mario Barrios is my guy, but he came up from 140. I just don't think he'll be swatting enough to hurt Boots. The only one is Brian Norman, and Brian Norman is getting better technically and with his IQ and being savvy a bit. And he has experience dealing with Boots in sparring. And he definitely has the power and tenacity and the guts and the will. So it's going to be nasty, all right? Boots will have to pin him to the canvas for sure. He is the only one that's going to be able to give some kind of resistance. But it's going to be a long night. If I were to put money on it, I think Boots Ennis would more than likely become undisputed at 147. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz, the adult. We're in the zone war room.
We in the zone war room. Boots Ennis, 33-0, 5'10" tall, taking on Gervonta Stanionis, who's 5'8". He's 30 years old. Both these fighters undefeated. Both of them in their prime. Both of them world champions. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Will we see a fight of the year? Let's go to David Diamante.
Okay, gentlemen, we're scheduled about 12 rounds for the IBF and WBA welterweight championship of the world. Going over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
This is for the unified welterweight championship of the world. Amanis Stanionis and Jaron Boots Ennis. Could we see a fight of the year contender? Here we go. 12 championship rounds between two undefeated champions.
You see, Amanis Stanionis is going to try to set the pace of this fight early. He is a pressure fighter and wants to come forward all night long.
And you can see Boots Ennis coming out from that orthodox stance, right-handed. I personally think he's a better southpaw. And against fighters like Stanionis, you want to give him the different looks. You want to give him a different perspective. You know, you probably expected Boots to come out southpaw, coming out orthodox.
And that uppercut got a smile out of Stanionis, who again, his wife is due any day with a baby. In fact, she was due 3 days ago.
Love that body shot around the guard by Boots. In his last fight.
Oh, nice counter left from Stanionis.
His last fight, Stanionis, he kind of got touched up in the body in those middle rounds. I love the fact that Ennis is already touching that body early.
The criticism for Boots in his last fight is that he was getting hit too often and too cleanly.
Because he fights to his competition, man. He needs to be motivated. He's not motivated by a guy that he went 24 rounds with. You can definitely see how sharp he is against Stanionis. He's not going to get touched in this fight unless Stanionis forces him to get touched. See, this is going to be a fight where, of course, the Matador is going to have the advantage over the Bull because the Bull has slower feet. Stanionis has slower feet, flatter feet, and he cuts off the ring really great going to his right. But as a southpaw, Boots going to his right, he's not as easy as cutting off the ring going to the left.
This is the 9th consecutive fight in which Stanionis is facing both height and reach disadvantages. Ennis 2 inches taller, 6-inch reach advantage. Nice left from Stanionis. And then a right.
And that's the criticism we have on Ennis. It was a beautiful combination. Throw 5-6 punches, but got hit with one big shot.
Instead, Boots landed a good body shot there in that exchange.
This is the fight we thought we'd see. Stanionis constantly trying to come forward and Ennis trying to cut him off at the pass.
Yeah, no feeling out between these two guys, just going straight at it.
There's those jabs you were calling for earlier from Stanionis, Sergio.
Yeah, but see, he needs to do it he needs to punch with Ennis. Ennis has a slightly faster hands. So if you're going to be, Stanionis is either blocking or he's jabbing. He's going to have to do a little bit of both at the same time.
Trying that wind-up uppercut did Ennis. That's going to be his punch. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Now, Ennis is just, he's shining right now, man. I mean, everything's just so smooth. He's not overloading on punches either.
Boots' team felt that, oh, nice jab there from Stanionis. Boots' team felt that Stanionis could bring out the best of Ennis, that we haven't seen the best of Boots yet because no one has taken him to that next level. Can this Lithuanian be the man to do it? He's grinded and lands a right hand, but a counter left for Boots.
And that's what Stanionis needs to do. He landed a counter right on his own. He punched with Boots. He's going to have to go through the fire. Both of them landed big right hands.
Boots clearly has more pop, that's for sure. 29 knockouts in his 33 wins. Good right hand from Stanionis. He's getting his shots in, Chris. It's just not nearly the same power that Ennis has on his.
Yeah, he's got to put his combinations together a little bit more. Just the body work of Boots Ennis is so impressive at this stage, and he is one of the better body punchers in all of boxing. He's digging down there.
Boots has told us, listen, tonight's going to be my crowning achievement, my biggest moment. He envisions himself finishing Stanionis and celebrating in front of this very pro-Boots crowd, and he's given him plenty to cheer about offensively and defensively.
He is schooling Stanionis so far as making a miss. I mean, you don't make champions miss 3-4 punches in a row like that.
Good right hand from Amanis.
Good shot right there.
And then downstairs, upstairs. That's what you wanted to see when he got inside.
That's exactly what he needs to do. And what Boots needs to do, he better pick up that left hand.
Whoa, nice left. This is the best round for Stanionis by far.
Boots better pick up that left hand. He's getting lazy with that, dropping that hand. Stanionis is catching on now. He caught on to the speed now and the timing.
Hey, he's winning this round, though. Do you think?
Oh, this round he's doing well.
There's that uppercut. Stanionis blocking those punches, but they're so powerful, they're still seemingly doing some damage, backing him up. And there's a bloody nose now as he lands a right hand, but eats a left of his own. Boots coming on here as Stanionis covers up. He's turning into a bloody mess.
That's another thing that Stanionis have been issues with. You know, you can't keep someone in the same space. You can't get him against the ropes.
Big swing and a miss there from Stanionis.
You know, activity matters especially for boxers, but you know, whenever you have the style of Stanionis, you would think that it doesn't bother you as much. I think the footwork is bothering Stanionis. The fact that he can't compete with the foot speed of Ennis. And look, those body shots right there. That's Stanionis' kryptonite, I believe.
Yeah, he's shrinking, and now Boots teeing up with a left uppercut, and down goes Stanionis.
He softened him up to the body and came up with the uppercut. Boots knows exactly what he's doing. He's breaking down Stanionis.
The face tells the tale. Blood everywhere, and the body's not doing much better. Can Boots seal the deal here in round 6? 10 seconds to go. Stanionis still in there slinging his guns. And he'll make it to the end of the round. And they're going to wave it off. They have waved it off. Stanionis' corner has seen enough as Gervonta Boots Ennis gets his crowning moment, the defining win of his career, and he's done it right here in Atlantic City.
No mas for the Lithuanian, and man, that was a beatdown, a professional championship-style beatdown by Boots Ennis, man. That was surgical, accurate, man. This is great. This is greatness we're watching. Greatness in the making.
And that's the moment that Gervonta Ennis picked up his 34th win. He's got 30 knockouts now, and there's not going to be a lot of criticism for Boots after this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee David Fields calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 3 minutes of round number 6, declaring a winner by TKO. He's still undefeated. He's still the IBF and the